I've been kind of all over the place lately with my topics. I used to be like entirely hip hop based, and then I went to like YouTube, and then I'm now doing like fitness and like all this kind of these different niches. And I apologize if that's a little bit off putting or jarring to you. I absolutely love doing hip hop videos, but to be honest, since the beginning of the year, I've kind of been struggling to come up with quality ideas for hip hop based videos. Just because if you would have asked me right at the beginning of this year, I genuinely was of the opinion that hip hop was kind of dying, or it was dead. It was dry at that time. And it honestly is only until like the past couple weeks that hip hop is like fully come back in a true form. I'm sure you know exactly what this video is going to be about from this point. I think the best way I can start trying to make my point of this video is by saying that out of the top 3, Kendrick is the GOAT. All right? That might be controversial, especially because we're like right in the middle of like Drake dropping his response and like kind of washing everyone. And right now the opinion might be swaying. I heard the Drake diss. It is fire. I'm so glad he decided to respond, and the way he responded, it's heat. We have not heard Drake rapping like this in a minute. Really going for it on this one, and I love it. This is like a beautiful moment in hip hop. But Kendrick is the GOAT. The way I can set up this point, I think, pretty accurately. Go to J. Cole's response, and he talks about how Kendrick's dropped 4 albums in 12 years. I think that Cole tried to paint that as if it was against Kendrick's credibility, if it was against Kendrick's skill. I would argue, it's the old saying, less is more. Kendrick's words have the most power at the moment. Just look at it from when he dropped the diss. What was it? How long was that verse? Like, it was less than a minute maybe. And within a couple bars, Kendrick brought back hip hop, brought back the spirit of hip hop in a truer form than we felt it all this year, maybe for a couple of years. I mean, there was the Lyrical Lemonade album with the whole Doomsday moment with Eminem, Juice WRLD, and Cordae. That was a really good moment at the beginning of the year. That was, I won't lie to you, but that's pretty much the only moment we've really had this. Hip hop's been kind of in a rough spot, we got newer artists that, no hate to the newer artists. I don't want to come off like an old head. I mean, I love lyrical rap. That's what I'm here for. But I mean, by lyrical rap, I do not mean the spiritual, lyrical individual. I'm not. I mean, I do like that stuff, but I am much more for very much more a Kendrick Cole than a Drake. Not to hate on Drake, I'll bump almost every song that Drake drops. I really do like Drake. I'm just trying to fully explain that the style of hip-hop I prefer is most definitely what would be considered the older style of hip-hop. But I'm not an old head by any means. But I think that we're getting back to a really core, like, every bar matters sort of hip-hop. And I really love that. I really like what Polo G had to say about this on Bradley Martin's pod.
I feel like it's good. It's a great thing for hip-hop right now. It's a natural thing. Like, we all competitive people. I think it's bringing competitiveness back to the sport, to the genre. Definitely not this group of people that we talking, because they all out of this world. But yeah, it's definitely some people out there that I feel like probably use that as a tool for promotion and like that. But them guys, I think they just elite at what they do and just being competitive about it. Like on some rap, somebody challenged me, I for sure had to throw a shot back just for the love of the sport, though.
Yeah.
Like, you got to, though, just to show, like, whether or not you better.
Yeah.
You see, because when Kendrick, I feel like it is absolutely wonderful for the sport of hip-hop that Kendrick is coming the way he is, that he made Cole act the way he is. And the way that Cole went and apologized, like, no hate, I totally get it. Like, and honestly, I respect Cole for being the bigger man about it. But in hip-hop, of course, hip-hop fans are not going to sit there and be like, oh, wow, Cole's the bigger man. He's such a mature No, that's not how hip-hop culture works. They want I don't know if they want blood, like Cole said, but they absolutely want beef. They love beef. We all love beef. We love negativity. That's what thrives on the internet. So just understand, when I say that Kendrick is the GOAT, it's simply because of that. Everyone really forgot. He really gave himself enough time to cool down. That Control verse, that happened a decade ago. everyone seemed to forget that that's still Kendrick is still that is still Kendrick. And like that, when Like That came out and the surprise Kendrick feature was on it, we got another taste of exactly why Kendrick Lamar is Kendrick Lamar. He is literally the second coming of hip hop, if y'all don't remember. Good kid in a mad city. And none of this is to discredit, like, J. Cole also had a tremendous upbringing and earned his stripes waiting outside for Jay-Z and being the guy that J. Cole is. And Drake proved himself against all odds. He was a theater boy that rode in a wheelchair and was not taken seriously when he was dropping mixtapes, and he definitely defied all odds. I have very much respect for the big three, and you know what, Future too, the Fantastic Four. I got respect for Future as well. Future is so fire and so inspirational. I think Future's just a drugged up guy mumbling over beats. Watch a couple of his interviews. I do not come to this video to hate on any of the rappers. What I am here to say is that hip hop is back. And I love it. It is so refreshing. It's nice. There's an energy that we have not felt this entire year for several years. It's been so clear for a minute now that any rap beef, we have not had any significant rap beefs in a minute. Probably since the MGK Eminem thing. I can't think of another significant thing that's happened since then. And that happened, what, 6 years ago? A half decade ago? Everyone's just been too scared. Like, we had MGK diss Jack Harlow, and Jack Harlow still hasn't responded. Like, it's way too much like people trying to protect their brand and protect their image, which is definitely definitely anti the spirit of hip hop. I think hip hop has gotten really corporate in the past couple of years, and the way that rap beefs play out has definitely reflected that. But Kendrick came out and showed that he's still I almost want to say Kendrick's still a dog, but that's kind of the antithesis of what the whole, like, all the bars have been about. I think Drake's the dog, but he doesn't care that he's not an up and coming rapper doing a control verse to get the attention of the entire hip hop world. But he's still rapping like he is that underground rapper that has something to prove. He's hungry on that verse. And J. Cole went and dropped his thing. He did his thing, and frankly, there's some bars on that too. It's fire. That whole album. Never mind the diss track. It's already off streaming services, so he wants us to never mind the diss track. But that whole album, like, if you think that Cole isn't in the top three, go listen to that album, because you must have not listened to that whole album if you think he's not still in the top three, okay? And then Drake is absolutely going for it right now. What are the memes saying? That his ghostwriters are working overtime at the moment? Like, yeah, probably, because it is some absolute fire coming out from his camp, and all we have is Kendrick Lamar to thank for that.
Drake is LeBron James. He's been the most consistent at a high level for a long time, but there's been a lot of people who've ate on his watch. A lot. And Kendrick is one of them. Cole is one of them. They've ate on his watch. Bron's record in the finals is still what?
So who would Kendrick?
4 and 6.
Who would Kendrick be?
Kobe, maybe?
Yeah, oh God, Taylor, please.
Once again, he's shown that money, power, respect. That's him. He has the respect. I wasn't sure where I wasn't sure where my lane was for what kind of video I could make for this exact thing, this exact beef. But I finally figured it out. It's to talk about the whole climate of hip hop. I had to zoom out a little bit because I was looking a little bit too narrow. I was like, can I make a Kendrick video? That's kind of been done. Everyone's doing that right now. Can I make a Cole video? No, everyone's doing that right now. Can I make a Drake video? Everyone's doing that. I kind of just had to take a step back and not really worry about what everyone else is doing, but just kind of talk about the hip hop culture in a greater way, because that's truly what I like to do. You know, I love hip hop. I love hip hop more than anything else. I've listened to hip hop since I was 11 years old. I was that corny white boy that got into hip hop through Eminem. So please give me a little. Please don't be too hard on me. I understand I'm a white boy talking about hip hop culture right now, but Kendrick is the GOAT because he brought back hip hop. He is the sole reason that hip hop is being revived. But fuck that. It's the beef. It's the beef between the big three. And you know what? Throw Metro and Future in there too. These GOATs, these legends are bringing back hip hop in a beautiful way. And you can tell because of everybody wants in on it now. Now that they dropped another project, you know, Metro and Future have dropped like 40 freaking songs this month. I love doing my backstory, my history videos with y'all, but I definitely need to, I definitely want to do more just kind of me talking to the camera off script kind of stuff. Just to be more genuine, try to actually connect with y'all. I absolutely love making YouTube videos, and I feel like I've gotten a little formulaic lately and just kind of been all over the place, and I need to get back to more hip-hop style content. So that's what I was doing with this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate y'all to no end. If you even watched 3 minutes into this, friggin' 30 seconds into this video, I appreciate you clicking this video. I really do. It's a dream to me. Even just to have 500 subscribers, it's a dream to me. So I just wanted to say that. I love y'all, genuinely, and I appreciate you.
You know, Mort, I think you're beginning to grow.
Well, sir, I don't know how much value I have in this universe, but I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. And as long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be. So I'll catch you on the rebound, your magnitude. Until next week, Nanu, Nanu.